Hi, welcome everybody. We are so excited to have you all here, whether you're live as you all are or watching this on a recording. We've been really excited to share a little bit more about the details of G Plus. G Plus in the App Store is helps us accomplish our mission at Galvan. We've been simplifying our mission every day, and frankly, the best stated way to say it is that our purpose is to heal humanity. We are here to give people the tools and incentives and opportunities in order to manage, own, and take advantage of their health and wellness. We have an amazing support staff that's here helping, and so we're going to have a variety of people kind of share some of the things that they have been enjoying that have G Plus. We have our Wonder product leader, who is Robert Reed, that's going to share some details of the app a little bit later on. But to get started, if you haven't already, part of the purpose of these meetings is to help get everybody the information that they need. And so one of the things that we have is, you'll see here this link tree. Maybe if our awesome Blockbot, there we go. If you're not familiar with Linktree, what this is right here is, if you click on Linktree in the chat here, you will find us. And up in the top left, that's the symbol of the Discord. Looks kind of like a gaming controller. I think people are familiar with X, formerly known as Twitter, and then Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So follow us there. We have an amazing team that's posting up-to-date information and sharing ways that other people are enjoying and using G Plus in their daily lives. So if you haven't already, please go there and follow us and be a member of the Galvan community. So with that, we want to start by one of our amazing community members, Ryan. We're invite Ryan to come on and share a little bit about one of the ways that he enjoys using G Plus. So Ryan, why don't you share whatever it is that you like about G Plus here?
Yeah, thanks for having me here. Super excited to talk about the G Plus app. My name is Ryan. My favorite feature is the wellness check-ins by far. Uh, One of the coolest things, you can talk in whatever language you want. Because it's actually not reading what you're saying specifically. It's using biomarkers in your voice to understand how you're feeling and what uh what kind of emotional state you're in. It'll give you some information on your stress, mood, and energy. And if any of those are out of your normal parameters, it can give you some suggestions on how to improve that, whether it's meditation, exercise, and some some instructions to do that. So it's these little things that can make big differences in the long run. That's what I really like about the app, is it's giving you day-to-day information to make those little improvements to make big improvements over the long run. So I really think your mental health is just as important as your physical. So that's what I really like about the G Plus app.
Hey, Ryan, just in case there's people who haven't used this yet, tell everybody how long it takes you to check in with your voice.
Oh yeah, it's like about 30 seconds and that's it. And you just do it once a day and it's just 30 seconds. So it's no time, really no time waste at all.
That's awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. We are glad that Ryan, you can also see, we may post, if you go to YouTube, we have a few different people that have posted a few different YouTube recordings of the reasons why they love doing the wellness check-in. I just want to highlight, everybody's talking about artificial intelligence. Few people have actually discussed what that actually means. This is taking the 2,500, more than 2,500, it's actually 2,550 biomarkers in your voice. And it uses the tone, the inflection, the up and down, the 2,500 different things that they've studied over many, many years. And they've found that that closely associates with a clinical assessment of anxiety or depression using a clinical screener. As a physician, they screen people using these screeners, a PHQ-8 or 9 for depression, or a GAD-7 often for anxiety. And I don't need to tell you how long it takes to set up go to appointment, sit in the waiting room, fill out the form, pay your copay, see a physician to get this type of an assessment. But the time and efficiency and ease with which now you can get it using artificial intelligence, and it's all totally protected. Galvan doesn't host your information. It's for you to use and to use as you like. We just reward you for actually checking in, and then take years and years of evidence to give you stuff that's a power up if you need to get into a little better spot, if you're having if the assessment shows that you're not quite your best self. So Ryan, thank you. Appreciate you sharing a little bit about that. So our next person is Reagan, who is actually representing two people, I believe. She may share a little bit about that. But Reagan, why don't you share a little bit about how you're using the G Plus app and what you like about it?
Yeah, thank you so much. My name's Reagan. Yeah, I'm really obsessed with tracking your heart minutes. So I use it. I go work out at the gym, try to every day, and using the G Plus app to track my heart minutes has been so simple, so easy. I have it connected to my Apple Watch, and then I just go to the gym and it tracks my heart minutes. It's also been very important to me because I am currently pregnant. So I love to track my heart minutes. Here, I'll pull up the app now. Hopefully you guys can see that. So you just go to body, and then it has your weekly, you can do weekly, monthly, yearly, daily tracking. You can also manually put in your vitals. So it's been very important to me to like see signs of preeclampsia. If you don't know what that is high blood pressure. Has to do with your tracking your heart, high blood pressure. So you can also input your blood pressure right here. And it also has calorie intake, macros, and all that stuff. It has been very, very helpful and simple to use, especially when I have to keep track of that stuff for my pregnancy, but also be on top of it while I work out. So that has been super, super concise and simple. And also you can keep complete records of it from your past, whether it's years, days, weeks. So that's been very, very helpful to me. And that's why I've been so obsessed with using the G Plus app to track my heart minutes.
Awesome. Thank you, Reagan. If people don't, so the awesome thing is that we, our only blockchain competitors that we are really aware of are cool companies. If anybody's looked at StepN, that's one that if you're a runner, StepN is great, but it tracks where you go. And so if you're not a runner, it doesn't benefit you. We have tried to stay agnostic to whatever form of exercise you want to do. If you have bad knees and you want to swim, we want to reward you for it. If you like to bike, or you like to do CrossFit, or you like to do yoga, or whatever, you like to play basketball, pickleball, pick your activity, we want to reward you for it. As a former, researcher who spent a decade doing health services research, exercise truly is still the best medicine. And we love that we have an opportunity on the blockchain that proof of work, all you need to do is show that you got your heart rate into the exercise range. Anything that plugs into the Apple or Google Health kits, whether that's a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or any of the variety that plug into Google, you just show that your heart rate got in the exercise range, and we will reward you for that. So the community has already written protocols as part of our distribution that if you have the app and you exercise, it's going to drop tokens into your wallet every day you exercise, with a bonus if you exercise the recommended 150 minutes a week. Now, some of us will benefit from more than 150 minutes, but that's the amount that's been studied to show a decrease in cardiovascular disease, dementia, cancer, all the bad stuff you never want to get. Exercise combats it. And this is a way just for us to reward you using blockchain technology with a novel, amazing new application that helps you to be your best self. So thank you, Reagan. We appreciate you sharing a little bit about that. So the next person is someone that you may know well, Casey Nelson, who's our customer service guru. She's up in the mountains at the moment, and so we hope that her Wi-Fi is going to work for her, but she's going to talk a little bit about another feature that she loves about the app. Casey, take it away.
Okay, I'm apparently glutton for punishment because I have yet to win one, and Adam knocked me off the podium on the last one that I did. But I love doing the challenges. You can see it here. I'm not in last place on this one. I'm in fourth. But you can track it. This was a private challenge, so I was able to make this and it makes a code, and then I invited a bunch of people. I shouldn't have invited Robert because I'm never going to beat him, but you can compete against anybody you want. You can also make a public challenge that people can just see in there and they can join it. And so it's been really fun to just kind of, I'm competitive. I'm not competitive enough apparently, but I'm competitive and I like to use that as a motivation. My family does lots of different challenges where we'll just compete for stupid little prizes. Like you get to pick the movie on movie night, something like that. And so we'll do the little things like that, but it's fun to just kind of incorporate that. And who I apparently need to go live in the gym now to catch up with Robert. I have until Friday. And so you can set your start time and end time on the challenge. You can compete for heart minutes. You can do a boost if you do your wellness check-in. So it's been really fun, but Adam and Robert, I'm coming for you one of these days.
We're waiting, Casey. We're waiting. And thank you for logging in. We heard you loud and clear, even if your video was somewhat, at least for me, a impressionistic smudge, but the message was loud and clear. So one of the things that we know is it's fun to compete. Sometimes we want to compete to win. Sometimes we want to compete because it motivates the people we love to come and do something that's healthy for them. And so these challenges are an opportunity. You can create your own challenge, especially if you have a team of individuals that you want to actually. So G Plus is not going to be tracking maybe your sales or your presentations or some of the other metrics that you may care about. But when you combine some of the outcomes that you care about with regard to your teams and what you're doing with Connect, along with some of the things that we know will boost their ability, which is exercise and checking in on their mental health and maybe a challenge to compete amongst their peers. That's part of another way that we are helping to, like I said, heal humanity. So I'm going to share a little bit about what I love, and it's probably not what anybody else loves, but I see the absolute importance of this in changing the way that we deliver healthcare, in the way that we receive healthcare, in the way we understand our own health and wellness. And this is our personal health data component of the G Plus app. I will say that any of us that have seen the huge growth of Google, they're just owners of data. They help us with email, they help us with all variety of tools, but really they make their money because they use our data and then they sell it to other people. That's their business model. And the reality is your health information, we have all these rules. A lot of people in the United States talk about HIPAA. A lot of people don't really know what HIPAA is. HIPAA was created in order to protect people so that health insurance companies wouldn't go collect a bunch of information about them and then find out they had a health condition and not insure them so that they couldn't get health insurance because they had a health condition. And so at least the government in the United States said, hey, that's not okay. So we're going to protect health information. And the reality is if you own it, which you should be able to share it with anybody you want to share it with or not. And so as there's a variety of evidence that if you own, collect, and house your personalized health information, have a personalized health record, it helps you to understand the conditions that you have. We can target you and give you information about, if say diabetes or osteoarthritis or whatever it may be, potential treatments, the pros and cons, anything that you take in your body, literally everything, even water. In medical school, I remember learning how if you drank too much water, it could lower your sodium, cause a seizure, and you could die. So even water, which is absolutely essential to life, in not the right amounts, can be harmful to you. And so that's part of what we want to do is help people to understand what they're taking into their bodies, how they may be unique in all the variety of ways that we are learning through genetic coding and whatnot. But it starts with understanding your health conditions, your allergies, what medications you take, family history, and so on. And those are the things that you can own with the G Plus app and own and control. In the future, we aren't doing much with that component yet. That's a future state where we hope to be able to use that and connect with the growing body of information where you can get very detailed, specific, personalized information about the pros and cons of whatever it is that you're doing. So it starts with a place that is safe and protected, that you own and control as part of your device, that is protected by all the biometrics that come with the safety of our phones that we carry around with us. So there's been a few questions, and I think I'm going to push to answering some of those questions until the end, because now that we've had a few testimonials of people and how they use the mental wellness check-in, heart minutes, challenges, the personalized health data, we heard a little bit about vital signs. We're going to let Robert take it away here and actually show you. He's going to present his screen and actually walk you through the app so that you can see it if you haven't had the opportunity to use it yet. So we're going to let Robert take it away. So go ahead, Robert.
Thank you. Nice to meet everyone, and thanks for being here. Let me pop open my screen. And so when you come into the G Plus app, the first thing you see is the different measurements that we've done for you. As Ryan and Adam talked about, we will go through your health check, your wellness check, and you can see that I have already done my wellness check today, and it will show me, as Ryan mentioned, my results for my energy, my mood, and my stress. We do this in a horizontal bar graph. So the first thing that you can see is the little white vertical line. That's what my results are for today. If you can see it, there's a blue pill, a blue outline that shows my normal range. So we calculate your normal range for 90 days, and we keep a track of where your norm is and where you are towards your norm. And so as you can see on my energy, if you can see that, I'm towards the top end of my normal. Mood is looking like an awesome day today for me. Stress is looking like a low stress day for me as well. So that's wonderful. The other opportunity you have is when you take this, we, as they mentioned, analyze those biomarkers. We actually capture a set of those biomarkers every 10th of a second. So when you do 30 or 40 seconds of this, you can see that there's a big data pool that we're analyzing. And then we do that through our machine learning and our AI to come up with these results. But based on the results, then we give you, below you'll see 3 little buttons. We just kind of randomize it. It's like behind door number 1, 2, and 3, the little G and the green, purple, and red. You can pick randomly what we call a power up. A power up is an opportunity for you to take with under 10 minutes a way to improve your mood, stress, or energy. And we have a bunch of fun little power ups that will just help you make your day on a mental aspect of your life. I'm going to pop out of those power ups. That was just a taste test. You'll have to go try your own. And so from those mental results, we allow you to look at the data and then analyze it. Reagan mentioned that on her heart rates, you could see the data in different formats. So we will show you the day, we'll show you 6 months, so you can see my mood and how the range is going over a 6-month period. You can see stress. Looks like I'm fairly consistent on the stress. And then Adam mentioned that even on a monthly basis, we will take and analyze and give you feedback on your levels of depression and anxiety. Don't worry about that first one. That was just a bad hair day, I guess. I don't know. But under My Vitals, we track most everything you've got. So for instance, Reagan talked about heart minutes. You can see heart minutes of where you are on a daily basis. Reagan mentioned there's a number of vitals that you can look at. So for instance, I can see for my heart minutes today, so far I've got 61, and I average about 68 a day, right? You can see calories burned, where you're doing. You can see sleep. It was a bad night, it looks like. Heart rate, water intake, all of these things that you can measure. Now, some of these you can measure through your wearable device, and other of these will allow you to just manually put them in if you don't have a wearable device. And so, for instance, with the wellness check, you don't have to have a wearable to do a wellness check. To input a number of these variables, you don't have to have a wearable to input them, and you can still get the benefits of all of these things. A wearable will automate a number of these things for you, though. So you can see the My Vitals. I can change a day on those, etc. A couple other things that will be helpful to you. So on this page 1, you can see the heart minutes and where it's going, and you can see where you're at for the day as well as the week. Now we do recognize other indicators that your wearable will have, right? So your sleep hours, heart minutes. You can notice that we stress heart minutes. And so I can see that for 57 days in a row, I've been able to hit that 30-minute mark, which suggests I've got some good, healthy things going on there.
Robert's a rock star. Most people do not exercise 57 consecutive days. So that's fantastic, Robert.
Thank you. Not sure what to say there. And so another way that we incent people is people love to earn badges. We've talked about a couple of different ways to help motivate and inspire people. Well, one of them is to do different badges, and we have a number of other badges out there. But if I just look at the heart minute one, for instance, so I talked about the heart streak, and you can see at the top, I've earned the common badge, I've earned the uncommon badge, and now I'm working towards the rare one. And as the progress bar shows, I'm 57 days into, or 63% towards the rare badge. So if that's a motivation and an incentive trigger for you, that's a wonderful thing as well. So we have numbers of different badges. I can show the ones that are most important to me on the home screen, and we can go from there. Casey talked about the different challenges we have, right? She mentioned the challenge. It was kind of hard to see on her screen, but we will allow people to create challenges any way they want. We give a podium that you can see how people are doing and how they're competing. And it's just kind of fun to go out and use everyone in the community of our Galvanators to compete with each other to help motivate us as well. If a challenge isn't your thing and you're just curious from a leaderboard perspective where you're ranking, you can just go in and see from the community where my rank is this week. So this one's set for this week, and you can see I'm at 214. This character named J.M. Harrington. Man, I've got some work to do, but the one below me, I'm just barely above. So I can feel the motivation in me just to say, I've got to keep up the good work. So there are leaderboards that we have. You can check leaderboards out for heart minutes and your wellness streaks, etc. The other thing that we have that is probably helpful for you, I'm just trying to give you a few highlights, is we show goals. So if you want to set personal goals, so for instance, this is a little goofy, but I have a challenge taking one little goofy pill I have to take every day. And so what I've done is I've gone in and I've set a little goal that every time I take it, I can trigger it. And when I get done with my week, I get a little confetti that goes off. And it's really kind of a miracle that this goal is there and it's actually helping me get that goofy little pill down. And then I've also got another little goal for my exercise, so that by 9:30 at night, if I haven't got my exercise in, I've got a little notification from my goal that pops up and says, hey, Sparky, you better get going, or something, whatever you want to call your notification. But you've got your goals there available. Another really fun one was the personal records. So you can set and track your personal records. What's your best achievement in different areas? And so as we look at personal records, it will show me, for instance, what's my best streak of 3 wellness checks per week in 27 days all time. I've got that. And then it'll show me my best day for how many heart minutes I've got, or my best week, or my best streak, or my all time. And so if setting personal achievements is something that motivates and inspires you, then we've got this option as well. Adam mentioned the personal health data. Notice that we've put this behind a secure area so that it is only accessible to you. Even Galvan doesn't have access to this data, but you can check your different things, whether it's allergies, medications, conditions. Those forms that you fill out in the doctor's office that takes you about 35 minutes before you can actually go back and see them. That's all of the data that's in here. And so you can check it. Allergies, you can fill it out. It's interesting, the last time I went, they were kind of intrigued. And so they just copied it right off of my little app here, and it was pretty cool. So all of this data is there for you. I don't think you need to see my data, so I'll keep it behind my firewall. But Adam, that's kind of a quick overview. Is there any feature or something that I missed that you think would be worthy for this group to see?
I don't think you missed anything. There's more in here that Robert has not shown that you'll become familiar with, but that was a really fantastic highlight. Robert, will you go back to the your mental health check, and there was a question that came up that I want to use to use this to address. So somebody asked, so how do we do anything about anxiety? When you saw, we're really happy that Robert's doing well. So he's better than usual stress today. And so if you see these little power-ups that below that he showed you, if your stress fell in the above normal range, or like worse than normal range is what I mean by that, or if your mood was lower than it normally is or normal than the normal range, then you get a specific power-up to that particular area. And so what that is we kind of know these things, but if we're honest with ourselves, when I'm feeling stressed, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling stressed, and I just feel stressed. It's the beauty of our app. It gives you a tangible something to go, and you do your check-in with your voice, and you can say whatever you want. You just talk into your phone for 30 to 45 seconds. And after you've done that, then if you're doing well, it says, hey, you're doing okay. That's reassuring. This is objective. This isn't just like your own check-in. And if you're not doing great, then it gives you something very specific that you can do that has been proven to improve your stress. Stretching. When's the last time you felt stressed and you thought, oh, if I stop and take 15 minutes to go and stretch, that's going to actually lower my anxiety. That is a fact. We know that to be true. So it's that we give you little pieces of information that you can control, that are things that you can do in your very home. You may have seen last night at the 1 a.m. Meeting for Blockbots, we have a showing where a man talks about how he got the singing version, and it allows you to sing through Take Me Out to the Ball Game, which we need to get a wider variety of songs that people may know. But that he shared, and it's a proven fact that if you sing, whether you're good or not, I have the worst voice imaginable, but I'm happier when I sing. And so what we do is we give you a power up. It's something within your control that is known to actually improve your stress or your mood. And so that's how we do it, is we track it, and then we give you very specific tailored information about how to do something about it. That is it. So this has been brief. I know it's a short 30 minutes. I just want to return to what our mission is, which is to heal humanity. And by using this app, run on the blockchain, proof of work, proof of action, real world actions that are in your control, this will help you and reward you. So the whole point of this is you run your node, you get eyes, which is our digital reward, Galvan eyes, which you guys may know, that's a play on words a little bit, to spark humanity to do something better. We use your eyes tokens. You can go use your eyes tokens today if you have a Galvan node, and go purchase the NFT in the Connect shopping store and get your app, and then share it with your friends and family. So I think, let me see if there were any other questions here that I did not. I think I shared something about that. Someone asked, does the app actually measure your blood pressure? The answer to that is no. What it does is it will keep that information so that you can track that over time. So in order to measure your blood pressure, you need a blood pressure cuff, and you need to be able to actually take it. And there's devices that people can get, those that actually have high blood pressure. Often that's given to them by their healthcare provider. Some of the stores in different places have them. So that's something that the phone and the app doesn't actually measure your blood pressure, but it's something that can be input and tracked and used so that you can manage that over time to make sure that it's in the range that it should be. So thank you for being here. We're going to do more of these. This is going to be recorded. We're going to put this in a variety of places. Hopefully you've already followed us on social media. Hopefully you're on our Discord so that you can get information there. We have a great community that's very informed and can help walk you through things. This is our 4-step easy PDF that we hope makes it as easy as possible. Once you purchase the NFT, we'll shoot you a promo code. You can go to the Apple or Google Play Store to download the app. And we look forward to hearing about the things that you love about it. If there's things you think we can do better, we want to hear those too, because Robert's working every day to make this better and add added features. So thank you for joining. We love you. We appreciate what you're doing, and hope you're a little bit healthier after using G+. So take care. Have a good day.